Hi, so I have a new video for you, and today I'm going to make one of my favorite things to eat, which I don't eat very often because no one's made it for me in quite a while, and I've never made it myself, and I think I'll probably be alright with it. I made a fish pie, so I think I can do a shepherd's pie. I'm going to be following I say a recipe, but it's not exactly exact. But I saw YouTube videos by Gordon Ramsay doing a shepherd's pie, and I managed to find a website that sort of gives like actual exact amounts that you should use. I'll leave the link to that below. But you know, I think I'll just go by feeling, to be honest. That was a crazy video by Gordon. It goes by so quickly, and the camera angles, and you know, there's a lot of comments about how that's edited. But yeah, I think I might just go put in some extra potatoes just to be safe. I'm not sure. That's 1.5 pounds of lamb mince right there. I'm not sure if I'll use all of it. I might just try all of it. I don't think this will fill out my tray though, my baking tray. It's not a tray. What is it called? My pie dish? Oh yes, I have a pie dish now anyway, so I can try that instead of the casserole thing. Whatever the name is. So, lamb here. Salt. Worcester sauce. Never used this before. Tomato paste instead of the puree. I've got a grated parmesan, I've got olive oil, I've got a chicken stock cube, butter, rosemary, thyme, garlic, a carrot. I feel I should have got more than one carrot, but I'm pretty sure he only used one. Pepper, lily mashing potatoes, and I've got some peas. Now peas weren't in his recipe, in his video, but I've got peas in my freezer, so I thought I'd use them. I also have sweet corn, but I think I'll pass on the sweet corn this time. Or should I? You know what, I think I'll probably use some sweet corn since I have it. And it's just sort of been in my freezer, not doing much. So I will get out my sweet corn. And here we are. So let's get started. In goes some olive oil. Again, I'm just completely guessing how much and all this. I mean, can't go too long. I also forgot onion. Now, I don't have a grater, so I'm probably just going to cut the onion and cut the carrot as small as I can, and the garlic instead of grating. Hopefully that will come out good. I have seen in another shepherd's pie video that's exactly what he did when teaching someone else in his own home how to do this. They just chopped everything up. But maybe if I'm chopping the carrot, maybe I needed another carrot. So again, I'm sure it'll be fine. It's just for me anyway. And I have the sweet corn and the peas in there as well. I do have this, maybe I can try, but I doubt I'll have much luck with it. Maybe I should do this into a plate. Use my little teacup here. I have the skin on still. I don't know if that's advisable or not, but here we are. Actually, this is working okay if I can get the carrot out. I think this is probably, well, it's okay. I think this side is probably better. If I can get it small enough. Okay, that looks like flakes instead of shreds. It was better on this side. going back and forth. I'm not sure if this is making much difference. Yeah, I think it looks better this way. Got to be careful I don't cut myself with this wonky carrot bouncing back and forth. Okay, it's actually looking quite good. I was sort of eyeballing the pan, and I quickly told myself that I should not take my eyes off of this for 1 second, because that could be a fatal injury. Knowing my luck. Now, will this work on the onion too? I'm not so sure. Let's try it. Oh, actually, it works okay, I think. It's hard to tell. Oh yeah, it does work. I don't think this will be good for my eyes though. Okay, I think I'm just going to chop the rest of this onion because my eyes cannot get a break with this. Absolute torment. So do excuse me. Last hurdle. Yeah, I give up. Okay, onto the knife. There we have our chopped onions. Goes our lamp, which I hopefully won't burn. Oh. Yeah. Go. 4 garlics I chose. I'm not going to try grating this. I'll just cut these up very badly. That was a little better, wasn't it? A little. Oh, I missed this one completely. I tend to make things go flying everywhere when I chop them. Okay, looking alright actually. I really don't know how much rosemary and thyme to use. I've never actually used rosemary before. I don't think. I probably won't be using it again anytime soon. So I don't know, I should probably go use it favourably. Morocco thyme. Oh, it smells good. For sure. Smells really good. Thyme. Oh, wait, yeah. Leonard Maggie. You can tell I can't chop. Do need a better knife. This is actually quite hard to chop through. Is that enough? little more. Cut. There we are. Like maybe a bit more. Cut. Maybe it doesn't want me to. Okay. I'll try and get out some of these stalks if I can. They seem quite thick, these stalks, so a bit sharp. Probably don't want to hold one of these in your mouth. But who knows, maybe after it's cooked it's all good. Okay, it's my time. Now for my rosemary. Never used rosemary before. The smell isn't as pungent as the thyme, which is surprising. For some reason I suspected rosemary would be the more odorful. Chop, chop, chop. How much to use? I have no idea. Again, I'm not. You can be bothered with a recipe anyway, which is quite terrible of me, really. But this looks like a grass. It has a nice smell as well, actually. You just need to put your nose up to it. You can probably eat the stalks and things as well, but I don't know, maybe I'm being a bit cautious. I think I'll leave it there. Looking quite nice. Let's put in some salt. I have some rock salt. No, sea salt crystals. So, oh wait, I'm just putting it all over my spoon. Not a spoon. What do you call this? Pepper. I'll try and be quite generous. You never know how much pepper to put in, really. Now I'm going to put in my onion, carrot and garlic, which are all in here. There we are. There we are. Oh, that was a bit foolish of me. Maybe that's destiny telling me how much I actually need. Yeah. Doesn't look like that much carrots now amongst all this mince. And goes in some Worcester sauce. Not sure how much, to be honest. There we are. Nope. Okay, I just had all the trouble in the world trying to open this. I tried with all my strength. I tried with the tablecloth tea towel, and I tried with a normal towel, and nothing worked. Just would not budge. Do you want to know how I did it? Do you want to know how I did it? You see this hole in the top? That was caused by, I just googled it, and someone mentioned about using brute strength, and I used brute strength already. I read something about putting it under hot water for a minute, but then I read this using a tin opener. So I didn't really read much more than that. I just got this. I put this part underneath, and I went like that, hoping it would come up. It didn't. Well, it came up just a tiny bit. You can see it raised there a little, and a hole was caused by that going in. But that went up just a little bit. But that's all it took. Then I just turned it, and it opened right away. Easy. So if you ever have trouble opening a jar again, get one of these, put it under, pull it up, and then try it again. Should work. Anyway, back to in with some tomato puree. Not sure how much again. Maybe that was good enough. Maybe that much. By the way, I have actually been putting in more olive oil in every now and then. Because it has been getting a bit dry at the bottom. So I have been putting in some more oil just to wet things up a bit so it doesn't burn and stick like it is now a little. Yeah. I did take it off the heat also earlier when I was searching up how to open up that jar. It's not really adding much colour, this paste. I'm not sure. Kind of hard to tell when it's been cooked now. But I think everything was already past the sink point already. Should I put in some more paste? I think I might. In goes the thyme and the rosemary. That's quite a lot, but let's hope that goes alright. I've just boiled some water, by the way, which I'm going to put the chicken cube into and then pour into later. Oh, it looks pretty nice now. I'm a bit worried about it burning at the bottom here. Boiling water, add my chicken stock. I'm guessing just one. I put 300 milliliters of water. I'm not sure how much I was supposed to put, but there we are. Might have been a bit too much water. I think the last time I used vegetable stock for something, but I don't remember what it was. One of my recent videos. Oh, it was for my chickpea curry. I think I put maybe 250 milliliters in. Let me smell it. Smells like chicken, alright. Let's put that in. This will wet things up a bit in here, but not ruin everything. There we are. Don't want it too wet either. This is what I've been needing, I think. My olive oil is all out now. So I've been trying to put that in to cover the burnt part. Try and save this thing. Okay, I'm hoping this now is going to fill up our pie dish. I'm not sure it will actually. Might not have enough, or maybe I do. Okay, this looks good actually. Perfect, sort of. If such a thing exists. Looks great. Now I'm going to have to wash this out, this pan, so I can start boiling my potatoes, which means this is going to take some cooling down or something. I was actually considering just now, I was googling whether you can put porcelain into the oven, and I'm just not sure. It says, this is by Jasper Conran, and it says dishwasher and microwave safe. Made in Sri Lanka, but I don't know if it's oven proof, because I was thinking of using this if this one was too big, but as it happens it's now great. I would like to know if it is oven proof. I don't want to test it and then my house explodes. It really does look good. And with water on the heat, now I'm going to boil this and add, oh, I need to peel potatoes. Okay. I quite like peeling, and I also hate it. So, yeah. Let's see if I can get this through quickly. I shouldn't feel too confident with this dangerous weapon, but I do feel I can do it more quickly than I have been in the past. I think I cut my finger last time peeling the apples for the apple crumble I made. Apple crumble is another thing that reminds me of when I was younger, and something I don't have a whole lot of anymore. I don't remember the last time I had apple crumble before I made it myself. Same for shepherd's pie really. It's probably my mother who made it. Both times. So I'm going to do this and I'll be back with you. Okay, let's chop these potatoes now. Quite roughly I'll do it, I think. I don't think it matters too much. I'm going to mash them later on anyway, after they've grown soft. Ah! Darn it! My knuckle hit that. Hasn't cut. But it might. Okay. I just happened to put it down in the place where my knuckles were going down. Do I need to cut them again in 4s? I'm not sure I need to. I think that's good enough. There we go. Oh, I hate this part. It goes everywhere. Actually, maybe I should have cut them again. Ah. Okay, I think my potatoes are done. You can see that very soft now. So I'm going to drain this before they break apart. Here's my potatoes draining. Okay, I'm going to add some butter. Not sure how much really. And I think a bit of milk too. That's what I did last time I mashed some potatoes. That's probably not even enough, but oh well. I can always add in more. Time to get my potato masher. There we go. Nice and easy. Got some soap. Probably isn't the best type of soap for this, oh well. Pepper. Let's mix this around. I hate having to mix things around because you kind of have to do it when you season things. You know, to spread around the ingredients. Now in goes the egg, hopefully no shell goes in. 1. I've never put eggs with mash before. I've only made mash 3 times though. Oh no. There we go. Hopefully it doesn't make too much difference if you have whites in there. Okay, mix. Oh no, this isn't a good mix. I feel this has ruined it. Hang on. Oh yeah, I also need parmesan. Now he said to be generous, so should I use the whole packet or how much should I use? I don't think I'll be using this for anything else anytime soon, so that wasn't quite the whole packet. Let's just see how we go. I imagine that this cheese is going to bake nicely on the top. I don't know if people usually, people I think I've seen put cheddar on top of the once they've already mashed the potato, once they've already put it on their dish, then they put something like cheddar on top. But this is mixed right into the potato mash itself. Okay, I ended up putting the rest in, as you can see. Hopefully it will be worth it. Okay, time to spoon this up. By the way, my mince has gone pretty cold at this point. I seem to have enough mash for sure. I kind of put it on a bit lumpily, haven't I? Let's cover these sides up. Okay, I'm having to use my iPhone now because my camera went dead. This doesn't look to quite the consistency I imagined it should look like. I also saw that Ramsay also had some parmesan at the top at the end after all, which I didn't realise. And I ended up using all of my parmesan, so that's great. Wow, this looks lumpy. I thought it wasn't lumpy. It doesn't taste lumpy. Maybe I just need to smooth it out a bit. You know, I don't really actually care about lumpy mash. I think, you know, it's potatoes, it's supposed to be lumpy. This looks lumpy, but it doesn't taste it. I think, don't know. Maybe I just don't know how to do it smooth. Put it out the right way. I don't know if this looks like it's probably enough mash now, but why not use the rest? I'll just use my hand to smooth out. Doesn't look like a pie from this angle, does it? Looks more like a pizza. Okay, you can see where I added some extra mash there, the outline. Now I don't have any extra cheese, but no. Is this how it's supposed to look? I don't know. Why not? Looks like a... Well, I was going to say it looks like a pie. It's meant to be a pie. So that's going to go into the oven now. I put it to 180 degrees. That's usually the standard. It didn't say exactly what it should be, but I'm assuming that'll be fine, and I'll put it in for 20 minutes. See you then. I've also gone pricking it with my fork to make it however it's meant to look. It looks already better actually. So yeah, let's see how that turns out. Not sure exactly how I was meant to do it, but this will suffice, I think. It is done. And here we are. Looks a bit puffy, but that's because of the amount of potato I put on the top. Out of the what's left, I think I might make a well, is there enough to make maybe a potato cake or something? In the same way I made the fish cake, with some egg and flour and breadcrumbs. It's probably not enough. I can just, I don't know, eat it like that. But I have the appetite after all of this. Okay, let's get this out. This is actually my first meat dish that I've made. No, it's not. I made the steak, that massive sirloin steak. It's only my first lamb dish. Not my first pie, of course. I made the apple pie and I made a fish pie. I'm very proud of that fish pie. And the apple crumble I made. Okay. This is quite a big piece I've got. Not sure how best to do this. Oh wow, that's a lot of potato compared to the mince. Let's just put some more of that in. And unfortunately my battery died on my phone, so that was bad luck after having my first portion. So I finished off what I had, and now I've just put another portion out. So now I need to remember what I was saying. I would definitely put in less mash because that's quite thick. But I definitely had, a total excess of mashed potatoes, so I wanted to make use of it. But in future, I'll definitely, I think from the leftover mash next time, what I would do is, if you watch my fish cake video, that's what I'll do. I'll put in some, I don't have any fish with me today, or I would probably do that. And also I don't have that much mash left. I could probably make one small one, or two. But, I'm happy with how this came out. This mince, that mince is so flavorful. It's aromatic. It's I said it tastes almost like flowers. From the thyme and the rosemary, I can definitely taste them. Maybe it's just the thyme, I don't know. I'm not really sure what rosemary tastes like, but the thyme was definitely the strongest of them when I was chopping. So the mash itself is the only thing I did different with it this time was adding in all that Parmesan cheese. And even so, it didn't taste particularly cheesy. So I'm sure I would notice the difference because I put a lot in there. I probably would notice the difference if I took the Parmesan, if it was without versus with. But I don't taste a whole lot of cheese actually. If I do, then it's completely subtle. But this is really, really good. And it's one of my favourite things to eat. Even though I haven't eaten it in a long time, so that doesn't make sense. But now I know how to make it. And it's so simple too. Just basic ingredients, potatoes and minced lamb. If you use minced beef, then that's called a cottage pie. Thyme and the rosemary are probably the most exotic ingredients in here. And even they aren't, particularly rare or anything. You could probably find them in any shop. They were easy for me to find. any store that sells vegetables and herbs and that sort of thing. So it's just potatoes, lamb, rosemary, thyme, salt and pepper. What else did I put in? Ginger. Oh yeah, Worcester sauce also. And I put in some of the tomato paste. And yeah, by the way, I forgot completely about the sweet corn. So yeah, I will definitely put in less mash next time. But it's just because I had so much of it. Next time I can use the rest of the mash for fish cakes or something. If you saw I don't actually have any fish with me today, or even any tinned fish. But if you watch my my fish cake video, you can just put in the fish and put it in, mix in some flour, and then dip it in egg, and then dip it in the breadcrumbs, and you can make some fish cakes with the leftover mash. So here we go. That is very fragrant. The mashed potato tastes like mashed potato. The only thing that I did different with the mash this time was that I mixed it with all of that Parmesan cheese. I'm not sure if I can. I think I can taste it. You know, it's not a very strong, strong overpowering cheese flavour. Maybe I'd even put even more in next time. I put in that whole packet. I put in that whole packet and still it's not overpowering. Yes, subtle. But this mince has, I think the main thing that I've put in this mince, which I probably wouldn't have had otherwise, is the thyme and the rosemary. And that really gives it a, like an aromatic sort of flavour. You can definitely notice those herbs. So I'm very happy with this mince, and together, mince and this potato, it tastes great. I'm actually very happy with how this turned out. And I think I'll be making it again one day, because shepherd's pie is actually one of my favourite things to make. I said to make, but it's my first time making it. One of my favourite things to eat. And it's also so simple, it's just basic ingredients. Potatoes and minced meat, basically. Of course, salt and pepper and cheese and thyme and rosemary. Those are probably the two most exotic things that I've used, and yeah, you can find them probably in any store that sells vegetables and herbs. They were not hard to find at all. It tastes floury almost. These the thyme and the rosemary. It's sort of like it tastes organic. It tastes natural. It tastes like a pungent delight. Maybe I should invent my own dish one day and call it Pungent Delight. I miss Angel Delight. Maybe I'll make an Angel Delight that comes out of the packet, because I used to really like those when I was young. And that's something else I haven't had in quite a while either. So I think this was definitely a success. And in future, or next time, I'm definitely going to be trying my my, sweet corn and peas. I completely forgot to put in the sweet corn and peas because after my little introduction video, that clip at the beginning, I put the peas and the sweet corn back into the freezer so they wouldn't defrost whilst I was, doing everything. And then I forgot all about them. But next time I'll put them in at the same time I put in the carrots and the onions probably. Although, I'm not sure. Because on the packets I think it only takes about 2 minutes for the peas and sweet corn to cook. So it might be in there for quite a while if you don't plan accordingly. And then of course it goes into the oven, so I completely forgot about the sweet corn and the peas because after I filmed that introduction at the start, I put the bags back in the freezer so they wouldn't defrost whilst I was obviously doing everything, cooking the mince and the mash and everything. No, actually, it did just take a while, so but it only took a while because I was chopping up the thyme and the rosemary and the onions and the ginger. I didn't have them cut beforehand. I definitely advise you cut everything or grate everything beforehand, including the carrot. I don't notice really any carrot in here. So I'm sure that there must be some in here somewhere, but I guess they've just dissolved somehow. That's possibly a carrot there. But I will definitely next time pay more attention to cutting the stalks, the stems, because I did see a couple of stems and they're not easy to eat. They're not easy to chew. And they are quite hard, so that's a pretty minor complaint, but I don't really notice any here. But I will make sure to get rid of the stems in future. But I'm very happy with how this turned out, and I will definitely be making it again for myself and probably for other people too. I have to remember to put on, leave some extra parmesan at the end to add on to the top, or maybe even a stronger cheese if you prefer a stronger taste. And overall, I think this was a great success. I've now made a fish pie, I've made a fish curry, I've made apple crumble, I've made fish cakes. I think this is one of the proudest things I've made up with those. And it wasn't even that difficult. I think the fish pie is the thing I'm most proud of, because that was the first pie I made. But yeah, this is great. It's not the first pie I've made, it's not the first. I made another meat dish, which was the big giant sirloin steak I made. That's quite a different thing to this. It's the first lamb dish I've cooked on this channel actually. And actually it's probably the first lamb meal I've made in years actually myself. So this has gone down great, and I've got a whole pie to myself now, or almost half a pie. No, well, that's more than half. So that's going to last me for a while. Depends how quickly I eat it, but I also like the texture I did on the top, so remember to do that with your fork. So thank you for watching. I'm not sure what I'll be making next. Maybe I want to make a burger, and I want to make a pizza. The pizza will probably be very messy, so maybe I'll just stick with the burger first. So I hope to see you then, and thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.